Hi, welcome to D2E Talks Xbox. I'm Andrew, and I just ordered the least powerful Xbox console ever created. Please bring it in. It's beautiful.
Here you are, sir.
Thank
the least powerful Xbox ever created.
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem.
So, we just watched Xbox do a thing.
Boy, did we.
Hi, I'm Phil Spencer, and I'm Phil Spencer again, and I'm going to be Phil Spencer later on and come out several times. This was a very traditional conference.
Yeah.
But with good pacing.
Yeah.
Lots of announcements. They got rid of the Xbox console exclusive, that kind of nonsense.
Yeah.
They focused on premieres, but we're going to kind of run through them, and I'm going to try to keep this moving.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say a thing, you say a thing, I'll say a thing, and move on kind of deal.
Yeah.
You guys ready? Play the X game. All right. They talked about their Xbox studios. They bought like 7 new studios, an 8th one we'll get to later.
Yeah.
In the past year. And then they started with Outer Worlds, which is a game by the Fallout 1 and 2 guys mixed with Obsidian. This game just looks cool.
Yeah, I want to play that. It looks really neat.
It looks like a more fun, like lighthearted Fallout experience with sci-fi.
Yeah.
So
and socialism. So that's cool. I assume you're trying to take down the entirety of a capitalist.
It is one of those
superstructure.
like dorky like the corporations run everything.
Yeah.
Ever since the corporations game, where it's like people don't kind of talk like that. You know, it's usually just like screw you, Amazon.
Yeah.
You know?
And considering it's a Microsoft-backed financed game, so that's more than a little weird.
All right. Next up was Ninja Theory coming out, being like, "Hey, we made lots of cool games before, and now we're trying a multiplayer game that looks like Overwatch, but with combat instead of guns."
Yeah, it looks like a combination between Overwatch. Wow, Overwatch and Borderlands to me. Its aesthetic is kind of neat. I'm not really much for team shooters. They're not my cup of tea usually, but I did play a little bit of Team Fortress 2, and I do like that sort of battle system. It looks neat. So
I like the style of it. I like some of the character designs. I don't think it's going to take off, but Bleeding Edge is also a weird name.
Yeah.
So
I can see worse names for like console exclusive games. It could be called Sunset Overdrive.
Wow.
Yeah. Remember that? Do you remember that?
No.
Exactly. Good lord.
And then Ori and the Will of the Wisp.
I like Ori. I
so
love
cute.
those kinds of games. They're very neat.
Wow. Cute dark.
Yeah, cute dark. Another one to add to my child peril simulator.
Yeah. Man, he does like his children in danger or small.
I love it when
innocent
small
creatures.
cute things have to deal with all sorts of awful shit. It's neat. Yeah.
I like this one, Minecraft, and then I wrote /Bastion, and then I crossed out Bastion and wrote Diablo.
Yeah.
Because the reveal kept going, and that game looks really cool.
It does.
Can you show just a picture of it or something?
Yeah, I can
Thank
put
you.
one up there.
The idea of this multiplayer Minecraft with the top-down view where you're like just mainly dungeon crawling, I don't know, it just really spoke to me in a way that I was surprised. Yeah. And it's coming to the Switch.
Yep.
So, oh yeah, we're talking Xbox.
Yeah, that's right.
That's spring of 2020. Then more Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah. It looks neat still.
Yeah.
It looks... I don't have any further
Actually,
opinions from watching
I can
the
sum
trailer.
up our entire opinions on it. Dustin, roll the clip.
The stars are kind of cool.
Then we saw this game, the horror game, and we were trying to figure it out. And we're like, "Oh, is this Silent Hill?" And
it had the look of Silent Hill, especially with the guy walking with his dog. He had like the jean jacket on, walking through the scary, spooky, foggy woods.
Scary, spooky, foggy woods. Yeah. And we were like, I was like, well, it's kind of like horror, like Blair Witchy. Oh,
It's just Blair Witch.
it's the Blair Witch. Well then,
How about that?
Cyberpunk 2077.
Inject it into my veins, please.
I liked last year's trailer a little bit more, but this one was really cool, and I was like, yeah, I'm kind of with it. I'm kind of into it. And then, oh yeah, Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, that was a lovely surprise.
I like that he got such a big audience pop. He had to like keep telling the crowd like, "Hey, I'm supposed to say stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, I got to talk about the game."
That audience.
I only got some time, and they were just eating up everything he was saying.
Oh yeah. It was
I like that one point he
fantastic.
was just like, "Cyberpunk." Ew." It was pretty great.
Yeah, that crowd was super hot, which I appreciate.
4/16/2020. I'm ready for it. I didn't play The Witcher. I wanted to play The Witcher. I hope Witcher comes out to Switch. Man, I keep going back to Switch.
Yeah.
But
We'll get there. 2 more days. Just relax. It'll be fine.
thanks. All right.
Yeah.
Spirit Fair.
I like that.
I love the way that looked.
Yeah, it looked
Dustin,
really cool.
If you could do me another favor,
Yes.
give me an image or a clip of it.
Yeah.
Because I want people to see this one and just how charming it looks. And then you kind of guessed the story, and I was like, holy gosh.
Yeah, you are the ferryman of the River Styx, and you are escorting like all these cute, like cuddly animal people. That is the spirits of the dead, and you're sailing them across the river to the afterlife. That's why the whole learn to say goodbye thing was. So,
Dustin, let me just hit pause real quick. Battletoads.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. I love that jingle.
Yeah, it was really good.
And the clean new look art style where they redesigned the Toads yet again. They made it more than just a brawler.
Yeah.
It looks like a good game.
It looks solid. The motorcycle, the air cycle thing looks tough but fair.
Yeah.
It looks a lot more engaging than the previous one.
I'm into that. I will play it. We might even do it on this channel.
Yeah, it looks cool. I'm a big Battletoads guy, and one of the things that I recognized from it was similar to how they recently did the most recent TMNT series,
Right.
where they just made them all different kinds of turtles.
Oh.
It appears that they're doing the same thing where they're making the Battletoads different kinds of toads to make them more
point.
distinct from each other, and I think they're following that, and I appreciate that. Anything where you can have characters that are ostensibly from the same template, but you can still tell them apart by silhouette or by major features is always a big plus in terms of character design. So, much appreciated, Battletoads team.
Next up, RPG Time Legend of Right with its bootleg, almost Dragon Quest theme that was driving us crazy. I'm gonna keep asking for edits, and you're gonna like punch me as soon as we're off of camera.
Yeah.
But if you could, give me just a little bit.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dustin.
It's Dragon Quest! It's Dragon Quest plus Legend of Zelda plus...
Comic Zone on the Sega Genesis?
Yeah, it made me think of... Do you remember the main menu of Brutal Legend?
Yes. Okay.
It made me think of that in terms of how it looks.
It's a neat looking game.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be good. We're talking about it in weird way, but
yeah, it made me think of Yoshi's Crafted. It made me think of Yoshi's Crafted World. In terms of like the stage like folding out on itself, it looks like a more interesting version of that.
Yeah, you remember Drawn to Death where it kind of sucked doing this idea?
Yeah,
yeah.
This looks like doing it right.
An indie montage, which showed off a lot of cool indie games. Too many lists, so you know. But the biggest thing, and it transitions to my next point, which I thought was the best part of the whole conference, Xbox Game Pass. All these indie games, and almost every single game I have talked about throughout now and in the future here is going to be on Game Pass. Then they kicked it up another notch where they said Xbox Game Pass for the PC.
Yes.
And they're like, hey, it's got 100 and some games, and it's like,
Build
oh,
on top
$10.
Yeah.
Then they decide to go again and say, hey, if you want Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, that means for your PC, your Xbox, and you get gold subscription with the Games with Gold and to play online, $14.99. I don't think we're going to get a better announcement out of this E3.
That was pretty cool. It was pretty game changing, and I'm very, very happy that they're embracing that and doing it in a way that is really accessible.
Yeah, that was smart, cool. I know it's some gamers will discount it, and some people will be like, but I'm ready to get back into the Xbox ecosystem, and we borrow an Xbox from Rusty Shackelford when we do stuff with it. But I'm going to play a lot more of it because now he's going to get the Ultimate Pass. We're going to stream some stuff. We might, do some episodes. a lot of these games, and we're going to get to more that I'm excited about, I'm going to play on Game Pass. So
yeah, it makes all these games like these big releases, and it's like I don't have time to go out to the store and buy every single one or download every one digitally, like these $50 games.
Right.
But given the chance to try it.
Yeah, in the world without demos, like, it's great to have.
Yeah.
A lot of these indie games, like, I probably wouldn't have tried, like, RPG Time just to spend the $15-$20, although it looks cool.
Yeah. I'm
going to give it a shot, you know?
Yeah.
So that's the kind of stuff that's just so neat, and it's the future. I'm excited for future. So.
Yes, that's the future that is coming, and I like it.
And then the next game is appropriate for the kind of chairs that we're in, because this is your captain speaking. We were looking at these beautiful images, and the game looked gorgeous, and we were trying to figure it out. And I joked, "Oh, it's a Microsoft Flight Simulator," and well,
and it was Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yep.
And it looked incredible. I will never play it, but it looked incredible.
It was on Game Pass as well. I thought about like goofing off with it for a little bit.
Yeah.
Being a terrible pilot.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
I understand it's not Pilot Wings, but
not for that point-to-point accuracy of Pilot Wings.
No.
It's no Wii Sports Resort.
I just want to see it running on my TV.
Yeah. It was gorgeous. It looked amazing.
And speaking of things that weren't gorgeous, Age of Empires 2.
Yeah. It's in HD for some fucking reason.
Yeah, no, they're like, it's a 4K, and I was like,
why?
It looks like, Warcraft, 2 on the PC, like, I guess.
I guess you could, zoom out more?
Yeah, but you wouldn't want to play the game now. I don't.
Yeah.
Wasteland 3, neat.
Yeah.
Double Fine.
Yes, now owned by Microsoft.
That surprised me. I thought they'd stay independent forever, but they've had some hits and misses over the last couple of years, and now I'm like, they got so much money behind them. Their next couple of projects are going to be funded. We're going to get the weird stuff. They don't have to go through FIG financing or any kind of Kickstarter like they did for Broken Age. So, and then you have to imagine the legacy of Double Fine games will make their way to Game Pass forever.
Yeah.
Which is also really cool.
Freaking
Psychonauts
2! Ah, I'm so happy. I'm ecstatic about that. I friggin' loved Psychonauts 1, and I was looking at the trailer, and I thought at the very end you see the hand, the watery hand come up, and I think Psychonauts 2 is going to involve the backstory behind the curse on Raz's family in some way, because that's how it was explained in game why he can't swim. The hand would come up and grab him because his whole family is cursed to die in water or in the ocean. And I think that mysterious figure may have been the impetus for that curse.
I like that it's Psychonauts. It looks cleaner, it looks nice, it looks fun, but they didn't go too far away from Psychonauts. They still made a modern-ish PS2 game, and I'm happy about that because I like Psychonauts.
The weird chunky character designs really work as they are, and then up-resing them, making them too smooth might have caused more problems. But I think they struck a real happy medium. In terms of an HD Psychonauts, and I'm into it.
Exactly. Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga.
Yeah.
They just said, you know what? Instead of making a Lego Last Jedi, and a Lego, what's the last one even called?
I don't know.
Yeah, I forget. Sorry.
Put it on screen.
I'm not getting into Star Wars talk right now, but yeah, almost had me. It's a film that some people like and some people don't like. So anyway, this is weird because they're not doing a remake. They're just making a new game with Lego characters. I think it's going to be cool as hell. But, and I don't know if I'm going to, Game Pass maybe. But, it's You all right there, buddy?
Yeah, just...
Why don't you crack open one? It's have a little, Dustin's going to drink a Dr. Pepper here. Get that. Oh, yeah.
With a flourish. The key is to draw out the flavor.
Speaking of drawing out the flavor, Dragon Ball Z retelling Goku's life for the 500th time in a video game. But this one looks cool, and I want it. And it's called Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, which is weird, but fine, I'll take it.
Legacy of Kakarot.
That was my first Game Boy Advance game.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Yes, not that great.
12 minutes. Was an interesting indie game.
Yeah, Groundhog Day mixed with murder mystery, mixed with like non-linear thriller.
12 minutes was an interesting indie game.
Yeah, it's like a murder mystery action noir kind of thing. It's got some puzzle elements, it looks like.
12 minutes was an interesting indie game.
Yeah.
It's about time loops.
Yeah.
Game I'm not going to play, but it looked kind of neat.
I will play it.
Way to the Woods. That's a deer game.
Yeah.
If it was co-op and we could just play like Deer Way Out, I was all in. But it looked like it was a single
way
player
out to the woods.
Escort. Yeah, right. I hope it's co-op, but it looks really charming. I like the gameplay in that one, even though it is a game where you play as a deer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has the look of that sort of style of indie games where you get like stuff like Rhyme and Hob and like exploring this sort of pretty world that's kind of dead, and like you see human remnants or Journey, something like that. And I dig those games, so I'm into it. I'll play it.
I'm into some of the ones you listed there.
Yeah.
So, Gears 5 artsy fartsy trailer.
Yeah.
And then the stage exploded and fire and music, and then they went into the basement and members of the WWF were there, or E? I always forget. Damn it.
Yeah, sorry.
Damn you, World Wildlife Fund. You still messing up my old brain, because I liked wrestling when I was a little kid.
Yeah, and
that was
it sort of fell off it.
Well, then they added the extra line, so the F became an E. Okay, there we go. Wrestlers were playing the game for some reason. Then there was another neat trailer, and there was escape mode, and Gears 5. It looks fine, good, neat. Again, throw it on Game Pass. Hey, what the heck?
Yeah,
I'll give it a shot.
I've actually never played a Gears game.
I think we should do it. I really do. I think you and I should co-op one of those. Because it's a lot of fun. You're hiding behind cover. You're working together. You're shooting locusts. You're getting up to do the chainsaw kills. You're get to the resonator.
Yeah. I can't wait to have you
smoke.
Just gonna completely carry me through that whole game.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not good at shooters. I barely play them.
No.
That's a big gap in my gaming repertoire.
I actually, now that you're talking about it, I'm actually thinking about like all the good times, playing with like little kids online that were cursing at me. Or found this 12-year-old who used to play with me and my friend Charles, and his name was K Wolf, blah 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 blah. And there's one good time where he was just like, I was getting knocked down and about to get killed, and all of a sudden out of nowhere you just hear, "I'm coming for you, Slider!" And he just comes out of nowhere and just takes out like 3 people at once. And I look up and there's just this big burly black guy like, "Are you okay, buddy?" And I'm like, whoa.
The game is real.
Yeah. Gears 5.
Yeah.
The new Elite controller.
Rusty.
Rusty pronounces it Elite. The Elite controller Series 2. How much do you think that bad boy costs? You can adjust the torque of the sticks. You can adjust all the buttons. It's got like 18 inputs.
Yeah.
Customizable.
The way the trailer looks. In the trailer, like seeing all the schematics and stuff, it looks like the controller is 20 feet long. Like, there's no sense of scale of it.
It's immensely popular with PC players.
Oh, I bet. Like, it's so, like, modular and everything, and it's really cool.
So how much do you think the Elite 2 controller is going to cost?
I don't know. Like, how much did the first one cost?
Just give me a price.
All right, $200.
A little lower, $179.99.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah. It's going to be like the esports thing. I'm probably never going to pick one up. Because I'm not good enough at video games for that shit to matter.
I did like the profile settings where you can just toggle a switch to different games that you play.
That is neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. We had Dying Light 2. Still looks good.
Yep.
Solid, fun game. Kind of want to play it.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know if I'll get to it.
Parkour with zombies. I'm excited.
Then my favorite game, which we actually have a trailer for that we're going to show. This is how they came up with this game. So I guess trailer is a little bit of a stretch, but
I guess
you know,
enactment.
yeah, it's a reenactment of the design process. That's a good way to put it. Thank you, Dustin.
Yeah.
Roll the clip for me, buddy. Gotta go save the day. Hey, you step right there. Can't let you stop our plans. Oh yeah? Horse kick. Oh, Dr. Hitler Miser. That's right. I even have an evil cat. Well, I'm gonna stop your plans. Soon, soon. Horse kick. Kick. There we go. And for the cat, yeah. Oh, you defeated my lackeys. For I am the greatest villain of all. Whose hat won't come off. Lego Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh no! Horse kick! It always works. Now I can take the rare Legotanium and get out of here.
Whoa!
You got your car in my Lego!
You got your Lego in my car!
Huh? A full-size Lego McLaren was on stage. We were making fun of it because we're like, oh, they put another car on stage. Oh, I hate when they do this. And then they're like, no, we used 500,000 Lego blocks to build this car. And we were all like, yeah! Forza
so bizarre.
Horizon 4 Lego crossover coming this week. Looks so much fun. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna have a great time. I just loved everything about it. I kind of hope it like leads to more weirdly realistic Lego games.
Yeah,
right.
Like Lego with like realistic physics,
Yeah, kinda.
destructible
But
environments.
like they
That
mix
looked
the
really cool.
real cars with the Lego cars, and it's just like opens up a possibility for like neat storytelling and worlds.
Yeah,
I'm overthinking a Forza game, but I want to play it.
Lego Dimensions Forza.
Oh. Speaking of things that'll disappoint me, Gears Pop.
I have no thoughts about it.
Funko Pop sucks.
Yeah, I don't like them. I don't understand why they're popular. We have our whole thing, man.
Yeah.
I think we discuss it in a Kingdom
Makes
Hearts.
me sad.
It's just not.
State of Decay gets an expansion.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a down part of the show. But Phantasy Star Online 2 coming to the West, coming to Xbox One.
Yeah.
It's neat. It's not something that's for me, but it's for a lot of gamers out there, and it looks cool.
PSO2, it's very popular. I imagine it can get something of a following here. I don't think it'll be nearly as huge as it is in the East, but it's definitely appreciated that they're definitely reaching across to foreign developers as well.
Speaking of foreign developers, you'll get caught up in
Crossfire!
I did not realize Crossfire had hundreds of millions of accounts and has like 8 million concurrent players right now.
Yeah.
So it's a big game, but Crossfire X, or is it Crossfire Cross? I have no idea what Japanese
Crossfire.
Or Korean.
Yeah.
It looks so generic. Shooter. It's Counter-Strikey. So
yeah, it looked like a mix between Counter-Strike and Killzone. It looked like an E3 trailer of a decade ago.
Yeah.
I mean,
which makes sense for a Counter-Strike kind of game.
Yeah.
Tales of Arise. I know it leaked a little bit before, but I hadn't seen it in motion until today.
Yeah. It is very pretty. It's one of those things, like you pointed out, that we are used to Tales games looking a generation behind graphically.
Yeah.
And this one looked
they
like...
They gave it a budget.
Yeah, they gave it a real budget. It looked right on par with a lot of what we saw on screen that day.
That might be an insta-buy for me, because I like Tales games.
Yeah.
I just haven't played most of them.
Mm-hmm.
But every time I do play one, I really like it, so...
Yeah, this one was neat.
Then Borderlands 3 did its Borderlands 3 thing.
Yeah.
This was goofy, Borderlands, blah, 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 coming out in September. Looks fun.
Yeah.
Oh, they added DLC to the Borderlands 2, which was weird and neat.
Yeah.
George Railroad Martin and From Software Another thing that leaked just before, but it's from software. It's going to be super popular. We're probably not going to play it, but Elden Ring. They didn't show you enough of, like, you don't quite know the gameplay. You don't quite know the story.
Anything.
It felt very Lord of the Rings meets Game of Thrones, which is kind of what you would expect at this point.
Yeah,
so...
pretty much. And I know that, like, the From Software devs just get off on, like, lore. So that's going to be a very big strength of the game, is between, like, their obsession with lore and his obsession with, like, world building.
Incest.
It's going to be crazy.
Project xCloud.
Yeah.
And console streaming. So they talked about being able to stream stuff from your console to any device anywhere. They talked about streaming from their data centers. Project xCloud. Basically the Google Stadia. But I was disappointed we didn't get hard details.
Yeah.
Dates, pricing, facts. And we just didn't make it as clear as I wanted it to be. Ultimate Game Pass plus xCloud, if they do get it on stuff like the Switch, if they do get it on like all your PCs, your phones, your stuff like that, it has a chance to be really big. Like if I can play my Xbox games anywhere, anytime, it is the future. But as you said, it's a 2021 ideal being pushed into 2019 from our Stadia review. And it kind of felt like that because they were really light on details.
Yeah, it feels like that won't be ready till 2020, 2021. I think we'll get the final details on it next E3.
Yeah, maybe they'll release it with the console. I don't know, but
yeah,
I was a little disappointed how light that was.
We just got to wait and see, man.
New console time.
Project Scarlet.
It's a weird name.
Yeah,
and they stuck with it. 4 times more powerful. Instant-ish loading. 120 frames per second. 8K.
Yeah.
Other technical terms I don't understand.
Yeah, there was a lot of that.
Computer chips, parts. Guys and women talking really, really excitedly, but not showing, and telling us how cool things are, and telling us how much better loading is, and telling us that developers can show their arts in a way that's never been done before, and telling us how much we're going to enjoy this. You realize I keep saying telling instead of showing, and then they announce the console is not coming out till next year. What you giggling at?
It's like, oh man, when do you see this thing? You're not gonna believe this thing. This is gonna change your life, blow your mind, and wipe your nose. Like that's what it was. It's just like,
and I get like it's weird because I mean one guy claimed it's the biggest like hardware jump ever. That's BS, and it's generationally speaking, it's probably gonna like each generation feels smaller like in the gap than the previous. Especially now. Like, I think they're just going to be a better Xbox One and a better PlayStation 4, which I'm okay with.
Yeah.
And it's weird that, like, better audio and better, like, loading are the things that they're really trying to sell you on.
Yeah.
Which are good things.
Yeah.
And I liked in the Xbox One, they said, you know, our previous generation Xbox games are going to load significantly faster. That's cool. Like, when you're playing retro games, and I love, you know, playing them like you. Especially with Game Pass. But it's just, I'm not as hyped as I wanted to be.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted this, like, conference to hit that home run and be like, we are putting our foot down. Sony didn't even bother showing up. Screw you. We're Xbox. Jump in, motherfucker. You know, I wanted that.
Yeah.
And what I got was a very good conference.
Yeah.
With a lot of good games. But they never got to the killer blow. They didn't have, like, Nintendo show up and be like, here's our crazy partnership. We're bringing Rare Replay to the Switch. We're doing this. We're doing that.
Yeah, we didn't see Rare at all. They were noticeably absent.
Yeah. I mean, Battletoads, but someone else is developing it. But yeah, I get your point. Sea of Thieves just keeps going on, but they didn't have anything big, I guess, to announce.
Yeah, nothing new for Sea of Thieves.
Which I might try on Game Pass. Count how many times we say Game Pass. Yeah, it kind of rolls into the Halo Infinite. Looks gorgeous. They said it was in-engine, because, you know, it's hard to distinguish between, like, in-engine and what's a pre-rendered video. But even by that standard, and you're like, is this a bullshot E3 trailer kind of thing? I don't think it's that much fiction. I think they were being honest about it. It's Halo. I don't think they'd do a Killzone
Killzone
E3
3.
Yeah.
It looks...
It looked really pretty.
Yeah, it looks gorgeous.
I saw a quote later where the developer was like, yeah, we've been inspired by, like, Breath of the Wild. So I'm like, hey, if you want to give me a Halo game where I'm on a planet and I'm just, like, free to explore.
Yeah.
The trailers before where they showed, like, all the animals running through the wild and such.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in. This was very story-based and didn't quite give me much. It kind of, like, hung on the Halo lore that I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I haven't played since Halo 3.
It was one of those things.
Even then, I was casual.
Yeah, I wonder if it's an open world, but if it's an open world that's set on the Halo, is it a linear open world? You can only just go up and down, and like part of it's broken, so you just gotta stop and turn around and get all the way the other way. And but
you broke me.
But there's no load time, so that's cool.
Yeah.
I did like the one thing where like the one girl was talking about. It's like, you know, you get in like older games where you get on the elevator and it would take forever, and you know, and it's like just to hide the load times. I'm like, you were trying. They did what they could. Damn it.
Poor Mass Effect.
Yeah.
So, again, I'm gonna go back to what I just said one more time. It was a very good show. I'm feeling this is a B or a B plus, and you can talk me one way or the other if you want. Yeah. If you want to go higher, let me know. But that's where I'm landing on. I just kept waiting for the big thing, especially at the end. Like, I thought the show was paced really well, and I actually think the first half might have been a little stronger than the second half, which is weird.
Yeah.
But like once we got through like Gears Funko and it kind of like lost momentum.
Yeah, it just kind of tapered off. Like it didn't like
never
climb to the
crashed,
ground.
really.
It was just kind of hovering there.
Yeah, and like the next gen stuff just made it feel like, yes, this is the filler E3. We are just 1 year away from the new consoles. Sony did run away because they didn't want a worse version of this. Because if Sony did show up, I think they would have had a much worse version of what we just saw.
Yeah.
And they would have had to rely on like Last of Us 2 for like the 5th time.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I kind of want to judge it based on not what it could have been, not what it wasn't, but what it really was. And what it was a really solid showcase of a lot of games that looked really high quality.
Yeah, I like the pacing. And again, I said it so many times, but Xbox Ultimate Game Pass is the coolest thing that has been announced all year. It's definitely the best thing I think we're going to get out of E3. We'll see. But I'm talking about a subscription service as like the killer, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of tough.
Yeah.
There are a lot of games in there that I'm excited for. That showcase was really nice.
B plus, right?
Yeah, B plus.
All right,
that's where I'm at.
B plus.
Next, I want to get to my visual representation of it. Ooh. I worked very hard on this, and this is coming in announcement after announcement, and it had a thing where I couldn't keep track of the games. When I was making this, I asked you all the games because like it just kind of flooded my mind.
Right.
And so I drew a cup which runneth over.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
I like the plate.
Yeah. So that's what we got here.
You got Curious George's Man with a Yellow Hat over there?
That's the kid from Spirit Fairy.
Oh, that game looks so good.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
He had the like raincoat on.
Oh man, Minecraft Steve. Oh,
yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah. So quite happy about that. I'm excited. I think a lot of these games that I showcase here, they're going to be good. Most of the games I saw, I thought was like, okay, all of these are going to be better than 7 out of 10. I didn't look at a game and think, oh, this is going to suck. Or this is not going to be fun to play. Even the ones I wasn't that interested in. Like, the only things that I was sour on were Age of Empires 2 and Funko Pop Gears of War.
But I think they review well, right?
I think they still review well, and I'm just not going to play them because I don't care. But
when we're talking about a conference that had at least 15 games that I'm interested in, like, that's a good day.
Yeah, that's
I think they're actually closer to 25, so I'll take it.
Yeah.
I know, I sound like the whiny kid who just wanted more.
It makes you think of the beginning of Harry Potter when Dudley Dursley is complaining about how many presents he got. 57, that's one less than last year. You know, just like, but we got 60 games. We got to appreciate what we did get.
True.
I am with you as like, I wish we had got that like the details on xCloud or the details on Project Scarlet.
Yeah, I mean, why they're sticking with the code name? Like,
yeah,
man, tell me the real name.
Yeah,
Xbox 2, Xbox Final, Xbox Infinite.
The Xbox, as you predicted.
Oh dang.
Xbox Scarlet.
Yeah.
Maybe they just call it Xbox Scarlet. Well, they kept saying future over and over in the trailer. Maybe it's
Future.
Xbox Future.
Xbox F.
Xbox F.
The X. So X brought it. They could have, captured E3 in a way and just really stolen it, but they're probably set up to still win by default.
Yeah.
But they left room.
Yeah, they did.
Left room.
They did left room. They didn't blow anybody out of the water. They just had a ton of good, decent looking content.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to play some of those games. And at the end of the day, X gonna give it to you.
X gonna give it to you. I'm excited for future. We'll see you next time.
Edit this out, right?
Yeah, we're gonna put a big Blurkle thing. You remember Blurkle Vision?
No.
So it's just gonna be a shadow thing.
You're gonna go back and hit pause, start, and cut everything out the middle.
I think we got a few seconds we can use.
No!